Yo, what is going on, growmies? Hope y'all are doing well, growing well. Now the title, can you grow weed in over 100 degrees Fahrenheit indoors? Well, short answer is yes. But here's the long answer. Recently, over the summer in Arizona, it was pretty average to have days above 105 degrees and even upwards of 115. During this time, I decided to grow out a HUMBOLDT of green tent, a flower send-off experiment, and of course, Northern Lights number 2. All 3 grows, sea of green style, flowering in 1-gallon pots. Now, how did all this end up being in flower every single day for nearly 60 plus days at temperatures greater than 100 degrees Fahrenheit? Well, some strains can handle the extreme high temperatures and drought pretty fine. For example, Northern Lights number 2 and the Steve Murphy Purist Indica Afghan plant were not bothered at all by the temps and drought hardly at all, which is reminiscent of where these genetics live naturally. And while some plants did immaculate with no sweat at all, others nearly died and some actually did. During the summer, I had some crazy life events happen, which completely took away my ability to do daily tent check-ins like I love to do. And well, 3 extremely busy days led to extreme drought with temperatures of over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The flower tent send-off honestly did well, and every single plant made it. I will say, the terps are slightly muted compared to my winter grows, and it was definitely mid for my standards, but still a successful, smokable, good harvest. My goal with the flower tent experiment was daily effort, and I nearly achieved it with a successful harvest. But what about the Humboldt tent? In this tent, we have all gas OG, banana melt, golden sands, and Bigfoot glue. Also, Homegrown Zone sent me some regular frosted pies. Looking at all of these plants going into flower, they looked perfect, honestly. But during the drought, they just couldn't recover, and it completely ruined the flower at a very critical development time. I will say, one pheno of All Gas OG survived and finished extremely fast in about 40 days of flower, so that plant made it. Golden Sands and the rest of the plants needed to go greater than 60 days of flower and just never fully recovered from that initial drought. Seeing months of my daily hard work just get ruined so fast and easy nearly completely broke my heart and motivation for that tent. But growmies, if there's one thing that I learned, it's to never give up. So I didn't give up. Even though every day I walked in and saw the worst plants of my life, feeling bad about myself for not being able to do enough, and ultimately just looking down for letting all that hard work fail. I still watered and took care of them, even though they're fucked up. I didn't have the heart to just give up because my heart can't. So finally, after greater than 70 days, I finally harvested Golden Sands, All Gas OG, and 1 Bigfoot glue. The other plants just couldn't handle the temp and drought and died. So rest in peace to Bigfoot glue, banana melt, and the other plants. Just to note, Frosted Pies was very established and grew amazing. Frosted Pies survived the drought and ended up being male plants, so I took that pollen and spread it across the best Northern Lights 2 phenos. What about Northern Lights number 2? Well, Northern Lights number 2 was also in the same drought as the Humboldt tent with very similar environments. Somehow, when I opened up the Humboldt tent, they were all nearly dead, but luckily, my Northern Lights No. 2 plant survived and honestly didn't even look like they cared. Growing in 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I have learned a lot of lessons. First one, do not grow in small pots unless you want to be in the tent twice a day, watering and feeding. Number 2, do not grow strains that don't do well in natural deserts. Number 3, plastic pots help retain moisture longer, which helps the root zone stay more stable. Number 4, bigger plants are way easier to keep alive, especially with bigger pots. Finally, 5, just get an AC and make it easy on yourself. So yeah, I couldn't handle the 100-degree room for myself, so I got a mini split. And now I'm big chillin' at a cool 75 degrees. And also look how amazing Northern Lights No. 2 finished under these temperatures. Anyways, yes, it is possible to grow in extremely hot temperatures, but you have to be adamant to constantly check on your plants and realize you will be sacrificing some type of quality over a more optimal environment. Would I recommend it? I will always recommend growing your own flower 1 billion times over the dispo, so I say yes, it is worth it. But I recommend setting up a more proper environment if you can from the start. If you don't have the budget, it is still doable. Remember that. I did it for 3 years before I got an AC, so yeah, you can do it. Overall, I learned a ton of lessons over this challenging summer grow, and I'm highly looking forward to the winter grows because they are much easier to do. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you have ever had mishaps like this, or just any lessons or insights that you believe would be helpful. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment. If you haven't seen my other grow/smoke reports, check them out. Keep it up out there, growmies, and stay motivated in this beautiful medicinal hobby. #GrowmieGang.